The Shoshone word for the Tetons translates as elder brother, a term of respect and reverence that reflects their attitudes towards the high country of the greater Yellowstone region. From these mountains came many important resources, and the sheep-eaters were the most adept at finding and trading these gifts of the mountains.
They knew these mountains, that's Rocky Mountains as we know of today. They were known as, they had a lot of spiritual things that they could turn to or call upon, or the animals that lived in there. They have a lot to do with their medicines. And it's got these rivers and fish and everything you would want. It had the bighorn sheep, elk, deer. This mountains, there was something to it that all tribes wanted.
Well, here we are standing in front of the Wind River Range. This, of course, was the home to the Shoshone Indians and sheep eaters, the mountain Indians. And when you take a look at that range of mountains back there, you wonder how on earth could anyone have ever gotten through that impenetrable mass of granite and peaks. And yet, to those people who knew their way through here, there was a pass over this way called Indian Pass that they used to come over from the Wind River Valley on the opposite side into this Green River Valley down on this side. And there was another pass called Union Pass down this way that they came over the winds and came down into the Green River. And the reason that they came down this way was to come to an annual trade rendezvous that they had down in the Green. It's sort of in the literature that the trading rendezvous was established and invented by the Euro-American trapper, and that isn't true at all, because this trading fair was going on for centuries before the trappers ever got out here. You had Ute Indians that came up out of Utah, you had Crow Indians that came down out of Montana, you had Comanche even. You also had some of the Plateau Indians that came down, the Nez Perce and others. Salish-speaking tribes like the Flathead would come down and trade down at this trading rendezvous.
We traded. You know, we had a trade system. The Crows, the Shoshones, you know, we didn't grow the corn, you know, but we had to trade it from somewhere.
We didn't, we weren't gardeners, but the Dotsie was.
Right.
Dotsie speaks Crow.
Yeah.
Oh, really? And we got split somewhere back there. And so those are our cousins.
The other end of ours, Hopi's our Shoshone.
Yeah.
So we went that way for our corn. You know, we went to the south, you know, as the Hadotses for years, you know. So it's funny how we had relatives that were farmers and we weren't, you know, we were the gatherers.
We were the nomads.
Nomads,
right.
yeah.
Travelers.
The mountain Shoshone were a very important part to that trading rendezvous. They brought many gifts out of these mountains. They brought down from these mountains with them the steatite pots that they had, and their horn bows, of course, their most valuable asset that they traded, and then the obsidian from Yellowstone Park and from other sources. The things that they brought to trade, of course, were those sheepskins and the clothing that they made from those sheepskins.